Okay, so really thanks Productboard for having me there, and it's a really great opportunity, and it's amazing to be part of the Frontend Meetup. And I have this lightning talk about onboarding junior developer. So my name is Tereza Vaňková, and I am software engineer. I'm junior, and also I am a community growth engineer in Deepnote. And actually, today is my first day at Deepnote, so everything I'm talking about today is really fresh. And I'm also the founder of ReactGirls. ReactGirls is a community where we support women to grow their tech skills, and we are focusing not just on the front end, but on their whole journey to become developers, so including onboarding. All right, agenda for today. I prepare 6 topics what are important for me, and I would like to share there with you. So they are all with onboarding. So they are mostly based on my story and experience as a junior developer. Yeah, but we can also name it expectations versus reality because, today I already told today is my first day at Deepnote. So I will let you know in a few weeks if everything I'm talking about here works for me at the Deepnote. Okay, so first thing before onboarding. From my point of view as a junior, it's really important to have at least basic knowledge about most of the technologies that are used in startup I'm heading to. So, well, it's easy to say, but it could be overkill to learn everything because it's a lot of technologies here. But at least you should ask on your hiring process or your future colleagues what they use and watch a few tutorials because it really helps you during your onboarding and during your first weeks at the company. And another important things for me is also know something about the culture of startup I'm heading to, and about the community, of course. And from a startup point of view, um, it's the most important to know that you really want to hire junior. You have to be sure that there is more benefits than disadvantages for you and for your company. So uh, when you know that you want to hire a junior, and there is a lot of startups who would like to hire junior, but they don't have a capacity to of the seniors developer to teach juniors. What I would recommend is the hire one person whose job is not just coding, but part of his job or her job is teach juniors. So it could help you in the future and in many onboardings. So another thing is that team should be prepared, and the team should prepare smaller and follow-up tasks for the juniors, and the task should be clearly defined. And what is also great idea for startups to connect with some community, education community such as ReactGirls or Junior Guru or Chiquitas, where you can find your talents and talented juniors. Okay, next part, what is really important also, it's buddy. And as you probably know, name for the buddy means somebody from your company who would help newcomers with onboarding, and also he or she is really important for juniors because it's not just about coding. There is a lot of more than coding, like learn everything about the company. For example, culture or processes or legal documents, etc. So, and my experience was a year ago when I was starting work for Avast, and it was my first job as a full-time junior developer, and I started to work remotely. And I was lucky. I had a buddy, but we didn't meet in person, and it was really hard. I think it's really important to know your buddy, because if you know him or her, you are not shy to ask questions. And that's the next topic. Yeah, don't be afraid to ask. It could sound weird because it's obvious, but I have to say, for me it wasn't obvious, because I wasn't sure as a junior how long I should try before I ask somebody for help, and I didn't want to yeah, I didn't want how much time I should spend on my task before I ask. Yeah, so it's really important to know that you should not be afraid to ask. And also for startup, make sure you create friendly environment where junior can ask, and he or she is not afraid to ask. Okay, next step or next point is documentation. Um, Documentation, is the best practice for company to create clear documentation about every little details. If you are a startup, it's easier maybe to create some documentation than if you are a huge company. And actually, today I already told you it was my first day at Deepnote, and I was really surprised because the documentation is huge. You have here a screenshot of the documentation, and everything I wanted to know today, I found it here. And for sure, I asked, but every time they told me, you can find it here. So it was really a nice experience today. All right. Next step is self-education, is more for juniors, because for me, education and self-education is one of the most important motivation to do this job. And it's really important that your employer tries to motivate you in that. And it's not just about they give you budget for education. It's more about they give you time for that. So yeah, you have a lot of work, but it's really good and it's great when your employer give you a time for maybe a week or just a few days to educate yourself in a field it's important for you. All right, so first day, this slide is here because my friend Tereza told me about this quote, and I really like it. Sometimes the smallest moment can change everything. A word of encouragement, a smile, and unexpected offer of assistance. And I think it's something really important for a junior to know that, to become to the company, and he or she knows that he's already part of it, that he is or she is important part of it. So yeah, and there is a great book on that, The Power of Moments. You should read. It's a book tip from me. Okay, there are some learnings from what I was talking about. It's important. Great onboarding is meaningful than you think, but it's really important role for your company. And of course, don't be afraid to ask. And I'm saying it a lot because I am always afraid to ask. I was always afraid to ask. So yeah, I am telling to myself actually. All right, thank you so much for watching, and please, if you have any question, don't be afraid and ask me. Thank you.